Good evening, guys. I have a couple extra shows tonight for you. The first one is Discussion E, and the title is When the Body Falters, the Mind May Follow. Okay, so we will dig into that tonight for Discussion E. This is an extra show. Okay, physical frailty is more than a geriatric label. Recent large cohort analysis link frailty and pre-frailty to subsequently higher dementia risk. And emerging evidence suggests frailty may play a colossal role rather than merely signal early disease. Okay, here's the narrative. When the body falters, the mind may follow. The first time I noticed my father's gaits changed, it was small, a hesitation at the curb, a hand on the banister where there had never been one. He called it getting old, a phrase meant to soften what he didn't yet understand. Only later did the pattern reveal itself. Weight slipping away, days of exhaustion, a grip that no longer held a coffee mug as firmly, a kind of quiet retreats. From the physical world, these shattered losses, clinicians now tell us, are the threads of frailty, a multi-system decline that when woven together may prestige more than falls in hospital stays. They may be the earliest tremors of cognitive change. Recent research makes this connection harder to ignore. In a pooled analysis of nearly 490,000 United Kingdom biobank participants followed for 13 to 14 years, investigators found that pre-frail adults had roughly 1 in 5 times the hazard of developing dementia, while those meeting full frailty criteria had nearly 3 times the hazard compared with non-frail peers. When frailty intersected with high genetic susceptibility, particularly APOE4, the risk combined even higher, creating a kind of biological double exposure. These are not subtle associations. They are population level signals that the body's decline and the brain's vulnerability may be intertwined. But the numbers alone cannot capture the lived texture of frailty. Frailty is not a single symptom, but a consolidation, slowed walking speed, diminished grip strength, unintentional weight loss, chronic fatigue, reduced physical activity. It is the way a person begins to move through the world indefinitely, more cautiously, more slowly, sometimes more withdrawn. And it is precisely this multi-system vulnerability that researchers believe may open the door to cognitive decline. Why might a falling body pull the mind with it? The emerging picture is both biological and social imaging. Studies show that frail adults are more likely to exhibit reduced cortical and hippocampal volumes, structural changes that mirror early neurodegeneration. Biomarker parallels reveal patterns of chronic inflammation, metabolic dysregulation, and impaired immune signaling. All plausible pathways linking physical decline to cognitive vulnerability. Frailty may also reflect diminished psychological reserve. The body's warning ability to respond to stressors, which could accelerate the brain's susceptibility to injury. And then there is the social dimension of frailty. Frailty often brings isolation, fewer outings, fewer conversations, fewer opportunities for cognitive stimulation. In cohort analysis, low social contact combined with frailty produce the highest dementia hazards, suggesting that the body's decline and the social world's contraction may work together to shape cognitive outcomes. The hardest question, of course, is casualty. Does frailty cause dementia, or does early dementia cause frailty? Observational studies cannot fully disentangle this, but recent Mandolin randomization analysis offer tentative support for a colossal effect of frailty on dementia. Genetic proxies for frailty predicted dementia risk, while reverse analysis testing whether genetic risk for dementia predicted frailty were null. It is not definitive, but it strengthens the argument that frailty may be upstream rather than merely downstream. If this is true, the implications are profound. Frailty is modifiable. Strength training, improved nutrition, increased physical activity, social engagement, and aggressive management of chronic disease can restore resilience. In this light, frailty becomes not just a warning sign, but a target, a place where intervention might meaningfully reduce dementia risk. It reframes geriatrics from damage control to prevention, from reacting to decline to preserving the mind by strengthening the body. I think back to my father on the curb, his hand on the banister. What if we had understood these small changes not as aging's and inevitabilities, but as early signals? What if we had treated his fatigue, his weight loss, his slowing gait as opportunities to intervene? The science now suggests that such attention might matter not only for mobility but for memory, identity, and the continuity of self. Key takeaway, which the body as an early warning system. When weight, gait, grip, and energy or activity decline, those changes deserve attention not only to prevent falls, but as possible opportunities to reduce future cognitive decline. Okay, guys, I'll be back on with F. Now, remember what I said. These are extras tonight. So, hope everybody get some information out of these extras that I do tonight. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.